Hello art people, we are going to go ahead and get started with our new lesson today. You also don't have to do warm colored. Warm colors are red, orange, and yellow. Gradient backgrounds. It can be other colors. It does need to fade from one color to another, then to another, but it can be different colors that fade. For instance, you could do an ocean painting and fade from dark blue to light blue or something. It also doesn't need to fade from top to bottom. It can fade from left to right or in the middle, from the middle to the outside like this one. Okay. Today, all we're going to do is actually just the background, so you're not even going to have to make any of these images today. So let's get our messy trays out, and we need paper. And you guys can have your artwork landscape like this, or portrait like this. So it doesn't matter to me, whichever one you want. We do need a pencil because we have to write our names. And you guys can write your name. We always write our name in the bottom right corner. And your class, which is 3, and the first letter of your teacher's last name, just like always. And you can just draw a box around this so you don't accidentally paint inside of it. Okay, now we're going to need our watercolor. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So you guys can get a brush, and you're just gonna wet your brush here. And I'm going from top to bottom. You guys can, if you wanted to do like a circle moon type thing, you can go like this, but first all you need is water. So just start painting with water where your first color is gonna go. Like that. So I painted like this up here. Let me see. There, you guys can kind of see a little better where it's wet here. Okay. I accidentally got a drip there. Okay, now you can get your first color. So I'm gonna start with red, and watercolor starts off dry and you have to wake it up with water. So dip your paintbrush in water and pick the color you want, and you're gonna go wakey wakey, eggs and bakey. Wakey wakey, eggs and bakey. Okay, good. Now you've got the paint on the brush, as you can see, and then you can just paint at the first part of the water, and you'll see it moves. So this is what watercolor likes, so you can get some more. And it kind of flows with the water. So watercolor paint likes to be really wet. Like that. Okay. Okay, good. Now you can dip your paintbrush in water, and now you're going to paint the next section with water. It will be a little dirty, and that's fine, because we're not going to clean our brush off. So just dip your paintbrush. So it'll be a little bit like your first color. And now you're going to paint the next part where you're going to have the next color. So my next color is going to go underneath my red. Okay, there we go. And I'm doing orange. So you pick your color. And then apply that to the water. And you can go up into your first color. So you kind of will have this like spot where it's kind of like your first color and it's kind of like your second color. It'll be like a mix of the two. But don't go all the way up because you don't want to erase your first color all the way. Really wet. Your whole paper has to be wet. Okay, and then I'm going to get a lot of water on your brush again. And again, you don't have to clean your brush off. A little bit of this second color is okay to get down here. Okay, and then you're going to paint wherever you want your third color to be. So again, if you're working out, that's fine. If you're working left to right, that's fine. I'm just working top to bottom. So I'm doing my bottom section with just this water that's a little dirty. Just because my brush was a little dirty is why it's dirty. It's not dirty because my paint water's dirty. It's dirty because I didn't clean off my brush. And then I'm going to do my last color. Now, the yellow, well, all the colors sometimes get a little messy, but the yellow in particular kind of gets messy. So I'm going to give you guys a trick. So if one of your paints are messy, what you can do is you can clean your brush, swish, 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 slide, slide, and then you can kind of loosen up this color that's not supposed to be on top. For instance, this is green on top of yellow, so you just loosen all that up. Okay, and then you can take a paper towel and then you can just clean it up a little bit. See how that got a little bit cleaner? That's almost all cleaned up now, but I can do another layer of doing this. Another layer of water. If it doesn't get all the way clean, that's okay. You can just paint with the clean part. So this still has a little bit of green on the left, but that's fine. I just won't go over there with my brush. Okay, I'll just go to this clean spot. Anywho, and I've colored yellow. This dried a little while I was cleaning my palette, so I'm just going to re-wet it, because remember, watercolor likes to be wet. And then again, just working up into the second color, so it kind of has a section where it blends together and makes a new color. So we did that, and now we're going to do all that again. So clean your brush out, and then wet where your first water is going to go, where your first paint's going to go. Pick up that color, and there you go. So you're just going to do another layer on it, so it's a little darker. Remember, before you put down water, you want to wet it first so that the paint can move around like it likes to. It likes to blend into itself, into the other colors and everything, and the water helps it do that. You can like kind of help it blend a little bit. You kind of just have to let it do its thing. If you want to add some more, make it brighter, you can. You can leave it streaky because it will blend itself. It'll make the streaks go away all by itself. There we go. Now that all has to dry before we can do our silhouette. So that is it for that today. This is going to go in the drying rack. And then next time when we come in and this is dry, then we can draw what we want for our picture and then paint it in. If we started painting with black right now, what would happen? Yeah, it would all like ooze out. So it wouldn't keep that shape that you wanted. Like if you were to draw an oval for a, or like paint an oval for a pumpkin, it wouldn't stay in that one spot. It would spread out because it's all wet. So this is going to go in the drying rack, and that's it for this specific project today. Thanks for watching.